So I call around. I get into Stepping Stones in Portsmouth. They let you have your children there, like literally pregnant women with children. So I call them, and I'm like calling them every single day. This is like the beginning of September. I'm calling them every single day. Like, I have to get in. Like, I'm due September 22nd. That's my due date. I have to get in. I'm about to have my baby in 3 weeks. Like, if I have my baby in town, they're taking my baby. Their CPS is taking my baby. Like, what am I going to do? So finally they called me and they said, you have a bed, be here tomorrow. Okay. September 6th. So I get there. I used that morning. I got there. I was in intake all day. So I never got to get any medicine, any Suboxone or anything. So I go to bed that night in withdrawal. I'm up all night with diarrhea. I'm so dope sick. Oh,
that's the worst.
So I go into labor.
No helper meds.
I go into labor.
You go into labor in withdrawal.
Because I'm in withdrawal. Withdrawal sent me into labor. Because I'm so sick. And I keep getting up to go poop. And then finally I'm like, I'm starting to get contractions. Like, these are real contractions.
You realize. We have Dani McManis with us today on Get a Grip from Zanesville, Ohio. Yep. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming up. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
We've had a couple of people from Zanesville on here, so add you to the list. We always like to start with your childhood and your adolescence and how you grew up and kind of how that molded you, so to speak. So let's start there with your childhood and what that looked like.
I grew up in McConnellsville, and my mom and dad were together until I was 8, and they fought a lot. The cops were always at our house. And then my dad went to jail when I was 8 for child molestation. He molested the babysitter. He thought she was my mom. To my knowledge, that's what I was told. He came home drunk, and she was sleeping on the couch, like, face down, and he thought she was my mom. So, like, he got on top of her from behind and touched her. And then when he realized it was her, he got off, and...
She pressed charges. How old was she? Young? Oh, fuck. Damn. That's,
Yeah, so the cops came, and up until then, we didn't really know. Like, they told us right before the cops were coming to arrest him that he was going to go to jail. And then the cops came, and they took him outside and to arrest him away from us. So then I went on the roof and watched them arrest him.
Oh, you, like, specifically went on the roof to watch it happen?
Yeah, because they wouldn't let me stay downstairs and go to the door.
What was that like for you? I mean, as a kid, like, what's going through your head?
I thought I was never going to see him again.
Really?
He was, like, my best friend, and I was devastated.
How much time did they give him?
4 years.
4? God, bad start.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of fighting, tumultuous household.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to school?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How was school?
Good. I did good in school. Like, I did really well in school because stuff was so bad at home. I think, like, I wanted to be well at school, like the teacher attention and being told that I was doing good and stuff there was really what pushed me to keep doing good.
It's like an escape, almost.
Yeah.
School was like a getaway.
Like, I really just wanted to be, like, really smart, like the smartest person pretty much all the time.
Really? Did you play sports?
Not until I got older.
What'd you play?
Soccer.
You an all-star? You're a champ?
No, I wasn't very good. I did it because my foster sister did it, and she was really good.
Okay. Fair enough. When was the first time you picked up a drink or a drug?
I drank alcohol for the first time when I was 13. I was in 9th grade, and we started drinking Keystone on the weekends, and we were getting drunk, like going home completely drunk. And we did that for a while until we got caught, and then I got grounded, and I went to JDC for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Because I was telling my foster mom that I was going to stay at a friend's house, and she was telling her mom she was staying with me, and they ended up calling each other, and we were out at this one house drinking. So then they were calling us, and they were like, we're calling the cops, all that. So then me and my friend took off through the woods, and we were walking forever, and then we kept seeing cop cars, so we're like dipping and dodging. We didn't have cell phones back then. We were in 9th grade. So we were just trying to get back to somewhere so we could get home, and They seen us, and they got the dogs out, and I still would not come out, and they let the dogs come. As soon as the dogs started running, that's when I started. I was like, okay, I'm done. And
Oh shit.
and then we just took it as a joke. Like, we were in the cop car trying to buckle our seatbelts, and they don't buckle, and we're like, that's against the law. Like, we just thought it was a big joke. And then we met our parents, which my foster mom, her mom, at the park, and we were in the back of the cop car, and I'm thinking we're not going to jail. Like, they're not going to take us. And my friend had epilepsy, so her mom would not let her go to JDC, and my foster mom said, see ya. So I went.
What was that like? What was JDC like?
They didn't turn the lights off. That's all I really remember is, like, I just wanted to sleep. Like, I knew I was going to go to court the next day and go home, but I just wanted to sleep. And they kept coming and checking and slamming the doors, and the lights would never go off.
It's like the fluorescent lights that never fucking go
Never.
off. That's how the county jail is. They don't turn the lights off.
Yeah, that's how city is, too. I've only ever been in the city.
It's pretty brutal. If you can imagine staying in a place like that for months where the lights don't turn off.
Right. No pillows, no nothing.
Now, you mentioned something, a foster mom. Mm-hmm. So at some point you were moved into foster care.
Yeah.
When did that happen, and how did that happen?
When I went to Florida. When my mom... I had a friend, and she...
How old are you here?
12.
12, okay.
So I had a friend, and her dad lived in Florida. So she went down every summer to go visit her dad, and we were, like, best friends. And I'm like, I want to go to Florida. Like, what do you mean? So, and he was driving up to get her, and then he was gonna fly back with her. So I'm like, okay, let me talk to my mom. I talked to my mom. My mom's like, go to Florida. Like, that's fine. We're moving to Florida. I'm like, when? And she's like, when are you guys coming back? And I'm like, this day. And she's like, we're moving there that day. We'll be there that day to get you. I'm like, okay.
And your mom's alcoholic, right?
She was on crack at that time.
Okay, so she's smoking crack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and she told us we were going to Disney, which is going to come into play here in a little bit. But she told us we were going to Disney and all this stuff. So, like, she's coming to Florida. That's what she tells us. So
and you're buying this shit?
I'm a child. What?
You didn't know, but so you didn't really know how
I didn't know
bad
at that point.
It was.
I knew she was on drugs.
But you didn't know, like, to what extent
No.
or anything.
Like, I didn't know what it did to you. I knew she was on drugs,
okay.
but I didn't know what it did to you. So,
Okay.
like, what she was doing just didn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? And when she told me that, I'm like,
okay.
I just believed her. So
Sure.
I'm like, and, like, I was excited. I'm like, we're moving to Florida.
Sounds
like,
sweet.
Right. I'm like, yes, let's go. Like, it's a new start. You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking. Like, it'll be something brand new, and let's go. And then we get down there, and she never answered me the whole time we're there. And I'm, like, calling every day, like, mom, mom, mom. And her dad's kind of getting, like, less and less nice. Like, he's kind of getting annoyed with me. Like, what am I supposed to do with you? Like, I can't fly you back, so what am I supposed to do? And I'm, like, a child. So I'm like, I don't know what to do.
What do you want
like,
me to do here?
Right. So I'm, like, freaking out. So I finally call my mom's best friend, and she's like, well, your dad has your sister. Like, your mom brought your sister to your dad. I'm like, can I get his number? So she's like, yeah, because at that point I had lost contact with him throughout the years. So I get his number and I call him, and he don't have any money. So he has to sell some stuff, and he does get me a plane ticket because I'm leaving the next day at this point. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So he sells some stuff. He gets me a plane ticket. Well, then the night before we get ready to leave, my mom starts calling me, and she's like, I'll be at the airport tomorrow to get you, like, kind of mad at me. Like, I was scared, really scared to get off the plane. And she didn't show up, though. My dad was there to get me, and I went home with my dad. And then I stayed with him for about a month. But because he was on probation or parole or whatever from the child molestation, he got arrested for not paying child support. And me and my sister were with his girlfriend we were swimming. And she got a call that she had to bring us back to the house, and we had to pack a bag. And we got to go to the jail and tell my dad bye. And then some lady, a caseworker, pulled up, and
how does that work? They let you go to the jail to...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where she picked us up from, because we were in Morgan County.
Like visitation? Or
no, it was just, I don't know. They just literally, that's where she brought us to. My stepmom did. She brought us to the jail.
And was your dad cuffed?
Mm-hmm.
Or and you got to say goodbye to him? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, it was like dark. It was like, I remember it was nighttime, and the caseworker came, and we got in her car. We were in Morgan County, and then she took us to Duncan Falls. So it just felt like, and she took us, like, a back way. It felt like it was dark. It felt like we were in the woods, like, and it felt like it took forever to get there, and we were just scared, me and my sister. I'm 12, she's 7.
Jeez. nice of them. Mm-hmm. I mean, I suppose, right?
Yeah, my foster parents were amazing.
Like that's nice. Going into foster care, you said your foster parents were amazing. How did that go?
They didn't have any kids of their own, so they just had us, and it was mostly an all-girl foster home. The only time we ever got a boy, he was like 7 or 8. Like, he was way younger than us, because it was mostly like teenagers and stuff that they got, and sibling pairs and stuff like that. So it was awesome. Like, they really, really cared about us.
That's good.
They wanted to adopt us.
That's good. How are you using and drinking around them? Like, what is that?
I didn't start drinking until I was there, but I just drank on the weekends and stuff. And then after that, I would never do drugs. Like weed, pill, anything like that. Like, that's disgusting.
So you didn't smoke weed at all?
Nothing. You're disgusting. I drank alcohol with my friends and stuff on the weekends, but anybody that did anything other than alcohol was trash. Like, I really believe that you're doing nothing with your life. You're a low life, pretty much. From the age of like 12 on, like, I just was their hardest advocate. Like,
well, I mean, as a kid, when you think of a heroin addict, you think of that like homeless dude behind the dumpster. Mm-hmm. So like that makes sense that you would stick your nose up in the air. It's shit like that. But you didn't know.
It's so crazy how much drugs changed me, because I thought I was better than people that did drugs. I thought I was better than anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was always comparing myself. And now, like, I'm the most empathetic person I know. I literally will cry. If you cry, I'll cry, because I feel you. Like, I feel your pain immensely. Like, and it's crazy, because before I didn't care. I was selfish. And now, like, I really care about other people.
So you're partying on the weekend. You're how old? What, 13, 14?
Yeah, 14 probably.
14.
We get caught. I go to JDC. I get out the next day. I'm grounded for however long. And then I would drink whenever. But, like, I didn't really get in trouble after that for it much. Like, I wasn't doing it all the time. Like, I didn't start doing it again until I was, like, 16. And then I just didn't get in trouble. And then I went back with my mom when I was 17. And I was going into my senior year.
How'd that happen?
She just did everything she was supposed to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Including get clean, obviously.
Yeah, she got
provided
clean,
clean urine.
Yeah, the thing is, she got clean pretty much immediately after we got taken. She was married to a man, and he was bad. And so they pretty much told her until she left him, she wasn't getting us back. And then it took her a minute to leave him. And then she left him. He went to prison. And then she left him, and she had to work the case plan and all that. And like I said, the foster parents wanted to adopt us, so they were kind of like not fighting her, but like kind of like
pushing
they wanted,
back a little bit.
They wanted to keep us.
So your mom's new husband ended up going to prison as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went to prison during that time. Like, when we went to foster care, I went to foster care in August. We didn't know where my mom was till December.
What the hell did he do?
Stole a car. From a car lot.
It's amazing, us addicts, alcoholics, we have the worst fucking pickers in the entire world. I swear to God. We pick the worst people ever.
Yeah.
Just it makes things so much worse. So you go back home with mom. You're 17?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going into my senior year.
And mom's clean? Okay. And so things have to be looking up, I would imagine.
Yeah, things are good. I worked. I was in criminal justice
at
Mideast. And I completed that. I had my 911 our operator thing. But, like, that's the thing, like, about going to Mideast. That's the only program that, like, you complete, and then you still have to go to school for something else. Like, it's quite silly, honestly. Like, I feel like I just wasted my time, because after that, I still would have had to go to school to learn the same thing over again, pretty much.
Okay.
And I didn't go on with that. I graduated, and then I went to cosmetology school.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So you switched up completely.
And then I dropped out of cosmetology school, and then I went to be an STNA.
Which is a what?
Like a nursing aide, like in a home health, working in people's homes. But I worked in nursing homes at first.
How's the drinking going? Is it interfering with this stuff yet? Are you still...
Yeah, I was calling off all the time, because I was either hungover. I worked one time, I was a manager at a cell phone store, and I would literally go in. I was the only person there. I was the manager and the only person that worked in the whole store.
Salesperson, you're everything.
No cameras, no nothing. So I would go into work and lock the store and just put on the sign, like, closed, come back later, like, be back in an hour or two. I would leave work early. I left work one time and went to Powerline for a whole shift, and literally just, like, switch the phone number to my cell phone. So when they were calling the work phone, they were calling my cell phone. So I'm like, how can I help you? Like, from Powerline, like out riding 4-wheelers.
Is that a
like,
bar, Powerline?
No, it was like where you ride 4-wheelers and stuff.
Oh.
It was like a whole weekend event where you get together on like razors and 4-wheelers and stuff like that and drink and ride.
And you said, fuck work,
Yeah.
I'm just going to lock it up.
Yeah. And my boss would come into work. I remember one time it was right before the 4th of July, and he was like, Dani, please do not drink this weekend. I need you. I'm like, okay.
Sure.
And I came to work hungover. But I was always there. Like, that's the thing with that, because like nobody could cover me. So like and I was getting paid under the table, so I was making good money. Like, and I was the only one that worked there, so like I was making good money. So I'm like, I'm coming to work.
You didn't want to screw it up.
No,
Right.
I went to work, but I would just close it down and leave and do whatever I wanted. I thought I was my boss.
Are you drinking? You said you were drinking on the weekends. Has this increased?
Oh, yeah. It went from drinking on the weekends to drinking every day. I had the party apartment. I was 19 at the time. I wasn't even 21 yet. I was 19. I worked at the cell phone store. My best friend worked at the cell phone store too, and we lived together. And at that time, it was me and her and another girl. And we started drinking so much that the other girl moved out. She wasn't having fun anymore. We were having parties at our house all the time. And we live in college apartments, but like there's families. Like my mom, we lived in an apartment, and my mom lived in the apartment, one apartment building over from us.
Okay.
So like there was families there and stuff, and we're having 50 people in our apartment.
Holy shit.
Like whole parties in these apartments. And so the girl moved out, so we moved 3 guys in. So then there's 5 of us living in this house. So it was the party apartment all the time. We were always drinking.
Doing something.
But there was like never really any drug use until there was. Like people started doing cocaine and stuff, and that was the first drug I did. I didn't smoke weed or do anything. I did cocaine.
So you're drinking one night and a bag of cocaine comes out.
Yeah, well, we were at the apartment, and I walked into the back bathroom because we had 2 bathrooms, one here and one here. So I walked into this one, and it was a bunch of guys, and they had lines out. And I'm like, what are you doing? They told me, and I'm like, okay. And I did it. And I walked from the back bathroom out to the kitchen to where my best friend was, and she had no idea that I had just did this. So I get out there, and by the time I got out there, I couldn't feel my throat. So I'm like, and I feel like I swallowed my tongue or something. Like I couldn't feel anything in my mouth. So
totally
I'm like
numb.
freaking out kind of. So I like start picking up a drink, and I'm like gargling it, and I'm like trying to get some sensation back. And then I start feeling like losing sensation in my nose, and I'm kind of like thinking I'm having a stroke or something. Like I'm getting paranoid. Like I'm about to have a panic attack because I'm like, what the hell? And the boys are all laughing. Like they think it's hilarious because it's normal.
Yeah,
like, what do you mean? And I'm like,
that's what
what's
cocaine
wrong?
does.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the? I didn't like that. So I really didn't do that again.
Really?
Not while I was drinking. No.
No more blow.
Not until not until later, and when I started using a needle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that wasn't fun to me. That scared me. It made me paranoid, and it wasn't fun.
Wow. That's any feeling from it? Any like outside of the numbness? Did you like the speediness of it?
No, I just felt paranoid. Like I just felt like everybody knew and everybody was watching, and it just made me feel funny.
Wow. Okay. So back to alcohol then.
Yeah.
Because you know what alcohol does.
Yeah.
How long did that go on for? Like the everyday craziness of it before
A year.
About a year. And then you mentioned IV drug use.
Yeah, that happened later. So we went from cocaine to we started hanging out with a girl who was a recovering addict. And up until that point, we didn't know about any drugs. Like, I didn't know what meth looked like, heroin. I didn't know what crack looked like. You know what I mean? Like, I knew what weed and cocaine. Cocaine's powder, but that's it.
Were you familiar with it? I mean, obviously your mom was an addict, so you're familiar with addiction. Like
yes and no.
Yes and no. Okay.
Like I said, like I knew.
You're still a kid.
Right, yeah. Like I was young. So like I knew she was on drugs, but like I didn't understand.
Okay.
And like I didn't go, like I said, she didn't go through meetings or anything. So I didn't go through recovery. Like she didn't go through recovery. She just got clean.
Right.
So like, and then that was it. Like we just really didn't talk about it. So I really didn't know. Like I had no idea what was going on. Okay. So we started hanging out with her, and she's doing meth. So
the chick that's supposed to be in recovery is doing meth?
Yeah. So then we went from our house to the guys that we were partying with. They got a house, and they had a house. We had an apartment. So then we started partying at their house, and they're doing meth.
Okay.
So I started doing meth with them on the weekends.
So why meth over blow? What happened? The cocaine?
I just think it's because I was drunk. Because after I did it that one time,
not just for you personally, but it sounds like everybody around you now is doing meth.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, because we all did it for a minute, and then I just like everybody else stopped. Like me and my best friend, we broke our lease. The recovering addict that we met.
Yeah.
She introduced me to her brother-in-law, and that's my kid's dad, and he was a recovering addict.
Was he actually?
No.
No.
He was an addict.
Why in the fuck are these people saying they are, but they're not?
Right. So she starts bringing him around, and he's going out with us drinking, and then he's doing meth with us, and then...
What did meth do for you? Like, that was different from cocaine, other than the numbness?
It kept me up. It just kept me up. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it made me feel. It did the same thing. It hurt my brain. Like, it hurt worse than cocaine did. Like, I hated snorting it.
It stings.
Like, I probably only snorted it like 5 or 6 times because I did not like snorting. That's why when I did not want to shoot. Like, I thought that was trash too. Like, I thought I was above people shooting it because I was snorting it. And my kid's dad was like, we're doing the same damn thing. I'm just getting higher faster than you. Like, what are you talking about?
But I think that's a normal thought to have.
Right, yeah.
When you're snorting something like, oh, I'm not as bad as you are.
Right, yeah. And, like, I just didn't want, like, the track marks, like, stuff like that. I'm like, no, I will never do that until I did.
Until you did.
Yeah.
And what does that look like? Who convinces you, or how and what position are you in that somehow there's a needle and you're shooting meth or whatever you're shooting?
I was so in love with my kid's dad, and he kept getting high, and I wasn't getting high with him. I'm working. He wasn't working. He's taking my car. He's borrowing money from me.
He's one of those.
He literally told me one time.
He's literally one of those.
He said
guys.
that his brother owed somebody money and they were holding him hostage. So me and him and his sister get in my car and go over there, and me and his sister, I had to give him money to bring in to the hostage people so they'll not beat his brother up or kill him or whatever. So we give him money. We're sitting in the car for a while. We're sitting there, and there was a truck there that we didn't know, and his sister was like, I really don't know that. So that's what was freaking us out, because, like, I hadn't been there, but she's like, I don't know that truck. Finally, somebody comes out. It was their uncle the whole time. So, like, it was just a whole ruse. Like, it
wasn't real.
Yeah, they just, like, did that. But I had no idea. None. Like, I was naive. So he keeps getting high. He's coming home, and I eventually start learning, because he never really nodded out, but he would sweat profusely. Like, he would come home and his nose would be sweating, his under eyes would be, and I'm like, it's winter.
He's shooting meth, right?
Heroin
okay.
Mostly was what he was doing. So then I snorted heroin, and then I got dope sick, but I didn't know I was dope sick, and he never told me I was dope sick. We did it 2 days in a row, and then I felt like I had the flu. Like, we literally laid around for days. He wasn't sick, but I was sick.
How was the feeling when you snorted heroin?
I didn't really care for it.
Really?
Until I started shooting. Like,
That's crazy.
I didn't care for it. And then
it didn't feel good, didn't hit you right. Wow.
No. And then he wouldn't stop. Like, he just kept doing it, and we kept fighting about it. And I'm like, what in the hell? Like, and we got into a whole fight. He left. I had a breakdown, and then we got back together, and it pretty much was just like, if you can't beat him, join him. You know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't stop, and I'm like, what is so good about this that, like,
he can't stop.
Like, what I'm saying, I did not feel what he was feeling. Like, what in the hell is so special that, like, you won't stop? So then we got Dilaudid, and Dilaudid's the first thing we shot.
Okay.
I shot.
If you tell me you didn't like that.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay,
but I only got the rents. I found out later I only got the rents because it was between four people. 3 people that were in addiction before me, and this is my first time shooting, so I got the rents. But I did like it. So
your first shot was a fucking rinse?
Uh-huh. Yeah. And you know how mad I was when I found that out? Like, you literally, and they knew how I felt about the needle. So, like, how dare you? Like, and I paid for it. I paid for the pill, man.
Oh.
I did. Like, it was, but...
Shooting Dilaudid is fucking incredible.
Mm-hmm, yeah, that's what we were doing for a while, as long as we could get them. We had somebody that we could get them from religiously, so
what year do you think this is?
2014.
Damn,
no, 2015.
You were getting Dilaudid in 2015?
February in 2015.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Also, you can say bitch. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can curse, no problem.
I just didn't want to call you a bitch.
No, it's fine. That's okay. I had a huge F-bomb problem for a while we had to work through. So you're able to get Dilaudid in 2015, and that was the first drug that you shot, like really, truly shot.
Yeah.
What's going around and what's happening in your life right now? Like everything else, what's happening? I mean, are you still working at the place?
No, I'm working home health at this point.
Okay.
And all of my kids' dads, brothers and sisters are addicts. There's 6 of them.
Holy fuck.
All 6 of them are addicts.
They all got it.
All of them. So we're getting high. I'm getting high with his whole family pretty much. His dad is not. His dad is amazing, a wonderful man, which are all amazing and wonderful. But like, he just is really special. He was taking care of all of us. You know what I mean? He was going out of town working and sending money back for all of us to get high. And the thing is, like, everybody lost custody of their kids except for my kid's dad. He had 2 older kids, but they pretty much lived with their mom. So like we had them every other weekend. So they were pretty much sheltered from us. They were around for some stuff, but like not as bad as the other kids, because all the other kids got taken and put into his dad's house and stepmom's house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they did get to stay with the family.
Yeah. So there's 11 kids. 11 kids that his dad and stepmom were raising.
How was that even possible?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's crazy.
So when the Dilaudid ran out, you switched to heroin, I presume. Did you find out what it meant? Like, did you figure out you were physically dependent on the drug at that point?
What Dopesick was, yeah. Yeah, when I was going to work and my nose is running and I had diarrhea and I can't take care of people, because I was taking care of his grandma at the time, actually, and she'd be taking care of me. Like, I would be laying on the couch, like, trying to sleep. Like, it was really bad. And then I can't be dope sick. In my head, I'm dope sick way before I'm dope sick. Like, as soon as I do the last bit of dope I had, I was dope sick.
Yeah.
I could be nodding out, dope sick. Like, if I don't have no more, I'm dope sick.
You need to make sure you have more.
And my mind was constantly going. Like, my kid's dad, he could sleep. Like, he could sleep it off. And even if he was dope sick, he could sleep it off.
That's crazy.
I could never. Like, my mind, just the thought of being dope sick made me dope sick to the point where I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do nothing but think about how we were going to get money.
What's the next? Where are you going to get the next fix?
Yes,
how are you gonna get
always,
some money?
constantly. And he
I use with my mom, and she used to be able to do the same thing. She could sleep through the withdrawals. I would get so mad.
Oh, yeah, me and him would fight because I'd be trying to wake him up. Like, you're going to help me, because
help.
when I find it, you're going to get high too. So you're going to help me fucking get it. Like, what are you doing?
I'm not going to lay here and wait till I go get it.
Exactly, and that's what he would do. He would just wait for me to figure out what I was going to do, and what I was going to do was steal from my mom. That's what I was going to do majority of the time.
What's that look like?
I was stealing from her place of work a lot.
Her place of work.
Where she worked. I would call, and the messed up thing is, I would call her and ask her, like, Mom, can I borrow money? And she'd be like, yeah. And while she was getting the money out of her purse, take money out of the register.
Oh. Yeah. Is this a little convenience store or something? No.
Mm-mm. A tire store.
Okay. Did she ever get caught?
No, she was replacing the money out. She knew. Because finally, I had probably did it, like, only like 3 or 4 times, right? And I think she knew it was me, but she called me and acted like she didn't know it was me. Like, I think she was just telling me that she knew, so that way I would stop doing it. You know what I mean?
Presumably she has to count the register at the end of the night, and she's seeing there's money missing, and
every time I'm coming,
2 and 2 together.
So then I would stop asking for money, and I would start sneaking in there like a ninja, crawling on the floor and hiding in the linen closet and taking money. I would look watch her. I would watch her through the window and wait for her to go out the back door to smoke and go through and do it.
And steal money to the register. Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. I stole her pills.
That's, wow.
Her whole entire prescription of Percocet.
But that
after
went
she
well.
just got them filled, and then tried to say it wasn't me. Like, I had no shame. That was the thing. Like, I literally stole the weed that they use frequently. Like, I had no shame.
You didn't give a fuck. Yeah.
No.
And you don't.
No.
That's the thing.
And like, yeah, and like that's what like held me in addiction for a long time, was shame. Because like, what in the hell is wrong with me? Why do I keep doing these things that I would never in a million years do?
And Mom's still sober.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Just having to watch you do this. And
right.
knowing damn well there's nothing she can do.
Because they tried. Know. They kept trying to get me clean, and I never went to rehab at that point. I would just like do Subutex or Suboxone or whatever we could get to get me through withdrawal, and then I would go back to my kid's dad.
Straight back.
And then as soon as like I would stay good for a while, but then he would keep doing it, and I'm like, why does he get to do it and I can't? You know what I mean? Like I can control it, but I couldn't control the sickness. Like that sickness would make me. It turned me into a whole different person.
But yeah, I mean, it turned you into a fucking monster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'll do anything for money. Like it's fucked up.
It really was. But he didn't have that drive. Like he didn't care.
It's so weird. Never met an addict that doesn't have the drive to go get money when they're dope sick. That's bizarre to me.
Because most of the time he would ask his parents and they would give it to us. But like that runs out. Like sometimes they're not going to give it. So then what? What? Then we'll figure it out. No, we're going to figure it out now. I want plan A, B, C, and D. Like I want to know what we're doing today, the day before.
If the tire shop scheme didn't work, what the fuck do you do then?
I was working. He would work too. We were pretty much always working, but like just on and off jobs. Like I worked at a game room. I was stealing money from the game. And like the thing is, I was so smart.
What's a game room?
People were like a casino type thing. Like it was like slots, like game machines. People were coming in and playing the game machines and putting money in the machines, and I would have to clean the machines out at the end of the night and stuff. But I memorized I literally sat behind the thing, seeing where all the cameras was. So I memorized where every single camera was everywhere. So I would take the money out of the thing, and I would have it in my hands. And like when I would walk through the thing with the money in my hands, when you would walk through it was like a wooden gate thing right here, right? Mm-hmm. So when you walk through there, I would put the money, like as I'm walking through there, shove the money down my pants. They knew I was stealing eventually.
But they couldn't catch you.
They could not prove that they had no proof.
Evidence.
None. But I had taken a lot of money. And I was making good money, and I was working a lot of hours, and it was just never enough. You know what I mean? Like it was never, and I was always the one having to come up with stuff. So I was like, even if I was getting paid $1,000, I was still taking money, like whatever I had to do. I was making up fake winners for the winner of the day, and it was me. Surprise! Like it was me every day, pretty much.
Wow.
And then they started to realize like the names, they don't know these people. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. I
wasn't very smart. I was working at 2 different places, 2 different locations. Like I was working, and I'm like, they don't need the money. What do they need all this money for?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like for real.
Yeah, let me get a cut.
And I help myself.
And you're full on heroin at this point in time.
Oh yeah.
Are you hitting yourself?
Nope. Nope, I didn't do that.
You never.
Not until like the very end.
So you needed.
I depended on him to get high every day.
That's fucked
So I would
up.
have to, if he worked mornings, like I would have to get up with him in the morning. So then if I fell back asleep, I would wake up dope sick.
He's gone.
Dope
There's
sick.
nothing you can fucking do.
And I'm sick all day until he gets home from work. So I'm harassing him all day at work. Like, you have to come home. We have to do this. Like, freaking out. Like, and even if I could get drugs before he got home, I couldn't do them until he got home.
Oh, wow. That's miserable.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking miserable.
And then, like, waiting for him to go get drugs and stuff like that. Like, he would always go with the dope boy to go get them. And I would be at home, dope sick, waiting for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. While he already got high an hour ago. He got high on the way there.
Oh, yeah.
He was high before he left town.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sitting here sick as shit, waiting for him. Just come on, please.
He basically took you hostage, is what we call it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did to you. That's fucking horrible. How long did that go on for with him before you were like, fuck off?
I got pregnant. I didn't think I could get pregnant. I had been with a guy when I graduated high school. I was with a guy, and we really tried, and thank God I didn't. Like, I think that was just God, because this guy was beating my ass constantly. Like, there was no reason for me to have a baby with this man, like, ever. But I never got pregnant.
He was hitting you?
All the time. All the time. Yeah, and at that time, my mom lived in that apartment. I had a 1-bedroom apartment right here on this corner. Yep. So I moved from the 1-bedroom to a 3-bedroom by her. I moved in with all my friends. But at this point, me and him lived together in the 1-bedroom right around the corner from her. So I would run to her house in the middle of the night, try to get to her house, and he would chase me down the street and pick me up by my neck like this and drag me back to the house. I've had the biggest thing about my neck for the longest time, because he would choke me out. Like, he never punched me in the face and stuff like that, but he would choke me out. That was his thing. And he would destroy my house.
Did you call the cops on him ever?
Not until he put sugar in my gas tank.
What? He put sugar in your gas tank?
And made my car stop working, made my engine.
He ruined your fucking car.
When I finally, because he did punch me in the face. That was at the end. Like when I moved from the 1 bedroom to the 3 bedroom, that's when I was done. I moved in with my best friend, and then I made another best friend. She moved in, and then he knew I was done. But at that point, I had just started working at the cell phone store with that girl, and he was helping me pay my bills still. So I was still letting him come over and hang out and stuff. And I was watching my friend's baby, and she was less than 6 months old. And I was holding her, and I was on my phone, and he seen something, and he snatched my phone out of my hand, and he punched me in the face. So I'm screaming bloody murder, and I'm trying to get my phone back, and my sister was there, my cousin, and my best friend was in the shower, and they all come running out, and he just took off, left his wallet, left a whole bunch of stuff. But that was the first time he ever, punched me in the face. And then after that, that's when he put the sugar in my gas tank, when I stopped answering his calls after he punched me in the face.
So what, he just snuck up to your car in the middle of the night or at some
Yeah,
point?
I drove all the way to work, and I worked in Newark. I lived in Zanesville, drove to Newark, and drove all the way back to Zanesville and stopped on West 40 to get gas. I paid for the gas. I put the nozzle into my gas tank, and it wouldn't go in. It kept just coming back out, and I'm like, what's going on? It would not go into my gas tank. So then I'm looking, and I didn't. So I called my mom, and I'm freaking out, and they came there, and then they realized what it was, and we had to tow my car and all that, and then I called the cops. But nothing ever came of it. They couldn't prove anything. Right. He wouldn't admit it, obviously.
No evidence, no. And if you'd called the cops when he hit you, there would have been evidence, bruises, but I know that's a vicious cycle that's really hard to break. We've talked to plenty of girls who have been trafficked, and getting out of that is so fucking difficult. It's really hard to do.
And it's so crazy because I thought I was better than them people. You know what I mean? I would never let a man put his hands on me.
Right.
And what really made me stay with him is because he had a girlfriend when I got with him. I took him from a girl. I took her problems from her, straight from her, and I thought I had a prince.
Did her a favor.
Right. And she told me he beat her, and I'm like, no, he didn't. He would never do that to me. That's just because you're a dumb bitch. You
right.
deserved it. You know what I mean?
You didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah. I was 17 when I got with him. And 17, boys in high school do not put their hands on girls. What are you talking about? That was unheard of. I didn't know that. Nobody that I had been with up until that point had ever done that. So I'm like, that's weird. He didn't do that. Why were you still with him then? Why didn't you break up with him? Why did I take him from you if he was hitting you? So he didn't hit me. We got together in April, and he didn't hit me until August. Well, he didn't hit me. He choked me the week of Fair Week.
I mean, still.
Yeah. But then after he did it, he choked me pretty hard, but he only did it for a minute, and then he was like, I'm just joking. Just played it off like it was it. But my cousin was there, and my cousin told my mom.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
It's a funny joke.
Right.
Ha
ha.
Ha ha ha. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What the fuck?
That was his favorite thing. One time, he wrapped me up. I was sleeping. And he wrapped me up with a blanket and put a pillow on top of my head and was on top of me just beating the shit out of me with the pillow in between us. And my head was down. But I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move my arms. I was just screaming bloody murder.
I bet you were terrified.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think he was going to stop. And I lived up by myself. And he did it again one time. But my friend was there and she beat his ass.
Jesus. So when you move out and you leave this guy and he's the guy who hits you, correct?
Yeah.
What do you do now?
Now I'm with my friends. I'm partying. I'm drinking. I'm hooking up with guys. I'm just drinking.
But how are you getting your heroin fix?
I'm not doing heroin at that time. When I left the guy that was beating me, I was just drinking. I go to hang out with my friends. We're all just drinking all the time. I go with my kid's dad. That's when heroin and stuff happens.
Okay.
I didn't leave him.
Your kid's dad is the one who was
I never
hitting
left
you.
him.
Okay.
My kid's dad wasn't hitting me. My high school boyfriend was hitting me.
Okay.
My kid's dad, I didn't leave him until I got clean, until I went to rehab and kept coming home, and he kept getting high, and it just, he wouldn't stop. He would not stop. And he wouldn't go to rehab neither. That's the thing. We had plans. I went to rehab. He was supposed to come to rehab, and I was going to a rehab I could bring my kids to. So we could have had a happy family type thing. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Yeah. And I'd been there a couple of times. I had gotten clean there. So I'm like, he's going to come here, and we're going to get our shit together here, and everything's going to be perfect. And he wouldn't come.
Do you remember any crazy stories between you and him, or any crazy dope stories that you had when you were out there?
Yeah, we bought dope from a guy one time, and it was coffee. It was it was supposed to be tar, but it was whatever with coffee. And he did it, and he's like, it's not good. And I'm like, but I think he's lying to me, so I won't do it. But he's like, but he didn't know what it was. But he's like, I don't know, it's not, but I don't know. So he did it. He didn't like it, whatever. But he said it did have dope in it. He could tell it had something in it because he did feel a little better. I don't care what it has in it. Just give it to me.
Yeah.
So he does it. When he gives it to me, though, it like sends this pain down my and I can taste the coffee. That's how I knew it was coffee. But like it sent a pain down my neck and spine, and like it scared me. And that was the last money we had, and I'm still sick. So we go back to the guy's house. And I'm pounding on this guy's door, and he comes to the door, and he's not giving me my money back. So I sat outside this guy's house all day. Every person that pulled up, he's selling bad dope. He ain't got good dope. That ain't good dope. That's not. He came outside and told me he was calling the cops on me. Call them. I'll sit the fuck here till they get here. Buddy. I ain't got dope. You do, bitch. Yeah. Call them. I wish you would.
Good luck.
Right. So I sat there all fucking day until he came outside and gave me my money back because I'll be damned. And my kid's dad would not. He's like, I'm like, what are we going to do? I don't know. I said, bring me the fuck back there right now. What do you mean you don't know? And he sat in the car. He kept coming up to me. Come on, come on. You come on. What do you mean beat his ass? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, do something.
Right. Anything. Something. No, nothing. He's that's just the kind of man he is. He is just very.
Clearly you wore the pants.
For sure. Yeah. He was just very laid back. Like he did nothing. Like I was the one that. Yeah, did everything.
And that dealer did give you the money back.
Yeah, to get me off his porch because people were turning around because I wasn't letting them. Like you're gonna go through me. Shit up. Yeah. Because he wouldn't even open the door. Because I told him, you open this door, I'm coming in there. So he was trying to give it out the window. Okay, so I'm blocking the window. So I'm like going between the window and the door all day. Like, and I'm like, people like they wouldn't even once after a while they just started turning around. Like, because some people did try to like reach over me, and I'm you know, like you ain't, like if I ain't getting high, you ain't getting high. Because like either you're buying bad dope or you're getting good dope while I'm out here sick, and that's not fucking happening. So
you know he's got good dope in there.
Has to. He's doing something. That's the thing. He was an addict too. You're doing something, not that coffee. So I want, and at that point I didn't want dope. Like you're not giving me nothing. I want my money back so I can go get some good dope. Yeah. So yeah.
Did you go get some good dope with the money?
Yeah.
Everything was.
Yep. Everything was good after that.
When did you go to rehab? You said you left your baby dad.
Well, no, we were still.
Or you were together. You were trying to do the happy family thing.
Yeah, so we were stealing from Walmart. So this big thing, like it was a whole scheme, and like it was going good. Like a bunch of people were doing it though, so it was dumb. But somebody told us steal from Walmart DVDs and take them to like the Coin Mart and Cashlands and stuff like that. They pay you $5 a DVD.
Yep.
So I was going in stealing 60 to 100 DVDs at a time. Literally just
walking. They had them in bins like in the middle of aisles.
Well, I was just going to where they had them, and I would walk in, and my kid's dad would get me the bags. So that's how he was complicit. He was an accomplice because he never actually stole the stuff, but he would park the car right by the thing so I could go out and get right in the car, and he would get the bags for me. So that way I didn't look so suspicious because he was walking back out. So like what? So he would get the bags, put them in the cart, and then I would go get the cart, walk it back to the DVD aisle, and just stack them into the bags as much as I could. Just fill the bags. And I would get at least 50 of them. And then we would usually take all of them, as many as we had, to wherever we were taking them, and they would just give us money. And we did it every day for 2 weeks. And then it was my birthday. So I had gotten money from my mom and his grandma and his mom. And
no gift cards? They weren't hip to the gift cards?
No.
They gave you money?
No, they were giving me money.
Wow.
So I had gotten high for a couple of days, so I was good. And then we had actually gotten pulled over. I have no idea for what. And they said, I think you have a warrant. Hold on. What do you mean, hold on? So I'm like really kind of nervous. We didn't have a warrant, but they were investigating us. So we kind of knew that they were investigating us. Should have stopped.
Okay.
Wake up one day, the money's ran out. And I know that we can go steal DVDs and pawn them and get some money. So we had $20 left. So he's like, we can either go get something and split it and go to Walmart in town, or we can put it in gas and we can go to Newark and steal from Walmart in Newark and then come back. I want the dope. Like, let's just take me to Walmart here.
Yeah.
So he took me to Walmart. I get through the Walmart. And up until this point, I did have some interaction with the people at Walmart, the loss prevention people.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm. Like, they were trying to stop me. And they were building up a portfolio. Like, they knew who we were at this point. Okay. So like I said, we got stopped. They said something about investigation. We're like, we knew it was about Walmart. Like, we should have stopped, but...
They were building a case.
Mm-hmm. So we go in to the Walmart. We steal from Walmart. Everything goes smoothly. Didn't get stopped there. For some reason, because of the investigation, I'm assuming, we took half the DVDs home. We never did that. We always took everything we had and took it to, but we stopped at the house, and we're living with his uncle at the time. We stopped at the house and drop the DVDs, half of them off, and take the other ones down to wherever. And he goes in, and he's in there for 30 minutes. And at this point, the whole first point, I'm like trying to get a hold of the dealer. He's sleeping, and I'm trying to get him to wake up. So I'm like blowing him up, like, we got money, come on. Like, I'm sick, whatever. And then after that, I'm like realizing it's been some time. Like, what is going on? Hey, it never took this long. Usually I went in, but he went in today. So I'm like, and then I see a cop pull up. So as soon as I just ran in. Like, I just got out the car and went straight in the store and was like, there's a cop out there. And he's like, I fucking knew it. No, I'm like, so I'm shaking because up until that point, I had never really been dope sick, like sick. And I was pregnant at the time. So I'm like terrified to go to jail. Like, I cannot go to jail and be sick and all this. So this is like 11 o'clock in the morning, May 26th or something, 2016. So we're standing inside of this Coin Mart, whatever is Cashland, whatever it is. And
is it up on 161?
No, it's on Maple. It's right on Maple beside 7 Brew now. Damn. By Walgreens. So we're standing there, and the cop comes in. They're talking to us about where we got the DVDs and stuff. I don't even know. We're high, or whatever. I don't remember what we said. But he ran our name for warrants, and he said that they didn't have any. And at this point, loss prevention comes storming through the damn door like they just cracked a case.
What? Walmart?
Walmart loss prevention
came to your fucking house?
Can I say their names?
I don't care.
Kelly Ray and Jennifer Whitehouse stormed through this fucking door at the place, the Cash Mart place we're at, okay? Come through there, clapping their hands, just celebrating like they just won the lottery. Like, they did anything, but you did not catch me. We came here, like, but they were so proud of themselves. I got you. I knew I would. And she looked at me and said, have fun having your baby in prison.
Oh, that's gross.
And I'm like sick. Like, I'm already dope sick. Like, I'm scared. I'm about to go to jail. Like,
that's
and I was
a gross
just like,
thing to say to a human.
And I'm just like, fuck you, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, he said we didn't have warrants. So I was like, I'm not even going to jail. Like, joke's on you. You know what I mean? Like, and our warrants were on somebody's desk. So they called back. They do have warrants. Bring them in. So we go to jail. He calls his mom. I won't call my mom. I refuse because I know she's about to lose it. So he calls his mom. It's about 2 hours. We're sitting there, and a bail bondsman comes in, and he gets him. Takes him out, does all the paperwork, and I'm standing there in the door like this, like a puppy dog, just watching. And then I realize he's not getting me, and he realizes, and he freaks out. He's like, well, can you just get her? He's like, just take her. Like, I'll stay here. He did. He's like, I'll stay here. And they're like, that's not how it works. Like, the bond's in your name. His mother, who knew I was pregnant, who knew I was dope sick, who knew I was carrying her grandchild, bailed him out and left me in there. And he's losing it. So he's like, and his dad at the point was one of our lifelines. He was one of the people supporting us, and he worked out of town, but he came home each night. So he's like, Dad's off at 5. Like, when he gets off, he'll come get you, yada, yada, yada. So all day, I'm in jail. I'm on the toilet. Every time they'd bring food and stuff, I'm on the toilet pooping and throwing up in my cup. Like, and I have people I'm in the holding cell. I have people in there with me. And I'm there all day, just.
Oh, you're still in the holding cell.
All day. They never brought me back. So I'm in this holding cell all day, just sick as hell. And I'm in there with other people, and I'm just like, just trying to wait until 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock comes, I call, and I wish I was lying. I call them, and they said, my kid's dad's brother got into a car accident on the way home from work. One of the guys' heads was severed. He broke his neck. It's really serious, yada, yada, yada. And I said, is he dead? And they said, no. And I said, then come fucking get me. Are you kidding me? Like, he'll still be in the same condition when you get there. Like, because I've been here all day waiting. Like, I'm going to be dead. Like, that's how I felt. Like, you're leaving me for dead. Yes, like, you're leaving me for dead at this point. Like, come get me. I was so mad at everybody. So at this point, it's 7 o'clock at night, and I call my mom. And I'm, like, in shambles because, like, I'm dying. Like, I feel like my body's shutting down. Like, Mom, like, And she keeps hanging up on me. She's so mad at me. And I'm looking at the guard like, please, please. And they're like, one more time. And I'm like, Mom, they're not going to let me keep calling you. I'm so sorry. Please, please. And she's like, I'll come get you, but you're done. You're done. Like, she held me hostage. She came and got me. She bailed me out. So I had to wait to go to court and stuff. Until I went to court, she kept me in her house and gave me Suboxone and got me clean for the week. And then I went to court and she couldn't keep me no more. And I got out and he was getting high and I got high. But she did. Like, she literally kept me there.
So she got you out and for a week was feeding you Suboxone.
Yeah, just giving me just little pieces, just enough to make it to where I wasn't sick.
Well done.
Because it wasn't even about me. She told me, like, I don't care. Like, I'm mad at you. Like, she was so mad at me for everything that I had done, but also for getting high while I was pregnant.
Yeah.
So she was like, this isn't for you. This is for my grandson. Like.
Yeah, right. And then you said boyfriend's out, right? Or baby dad's out, and then you go back to doing what you were doing.
Yeah, I go back with him literally probably like within a day of us being back together. We were sitting outside beside the fire and decided we're just going to go get high after I just did all that to get clean. Like, so we did. So then.
And you're pregnant. You know this.
And the thing is, I was going to a Suboxone clinic too. I was going to a Suboxone clinic in Columbus at OSU, the STEP clinic or whatever it is. I was going to that. And I just couldn't. Like, I would try. And I was so sick. My pregnancy, all I did was throw up. I threw up in the car. I would have to travel with like a McDonald's sweet tea cup because bags and stuff are disgusting. They would fall apart or it would rip, so I would throw up in my cup, and then when we would stop, dump it out. But it was constant. I was always throwing up. It didn't matter what time of day or night. I was always sick.
Well, yeah, you're doing heroin and you're pregnant. Yeah. I mean, nauseous city right there.
It was terrible. So then, we get arrested. All of that. We're out on bail. He gets 45 days in jail or rehab. I get 45 days in jail and rehab and a year's probation.
Okay.
So he decides he's going to rehab. He goes to rehab. He stays for a week. He calls me, wants me to come get him. Everybody's mad at me. He had already checked out. I was mad, but like, what am I going to do? Like, I have to go get him. He's wandering around Warren, Ohio. Like, I have to go get him. So me and his dad go get him. He comes back. He tries to break up with me. And I'm losing my shit. I'm losing my ever-loving mind. Because what do you mean? Like, I'm literally weeks away from having my baby. And
you're like, no.
I walked. I don't even know how many miles it was. I walked from one side of town clear to the other side of town, 8 months pregnant. Because my mom took my car from me because I was being a psycho. And he wouldn't answer me. He wouldn't talk to me. So I walked from Zanesville up on by OUZ all the way to Fultonham, pregnant. And then I showed up there and they tried to make me leave. And I was ready to fight the whole damn house. And we ended up getting high together for a little bit longer. I met my probation officer. He was a dick. From the minute I met him, he pretty much told me, like, you're going to fail. We're going to take your kid from you. Like, he had no hope in me whatsoever. He didn't want to see me.
I don't understand that. Probation officers' jobs are to help you. That's their job. That's their job. That is their job.
My mom knows. Like, she dealt with him just as much as I did because he was constantly calling her. But he was always degrading me. Like, it was nothing I ever did was good enough for him. But, like, I wasn't doing good. But, like, he wasn't even trying to encourage me to do well. He was just like, you're a failure, pretty much. So I go in to pee for him. He knows I'm getting high. That's why I'm here. Like, but I'm trying to get into rehab. I am talking to an attorney. My attorney's trying to help me. Like, I was calling places. I go in to pee for him. I fail. He puts me in jail. I'm 9 months pregnant.
Oh, they did an instant test on you?
Yeah, right there when I went in for my first thing. He tested me. I failed. He put me in jail 9 months pregnant. So I go up there. I'm sick. I'm dope sick. So and this is something I didn't even think about. I'm sitting in there and I'm like so sick and I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm freaking out. And all the girls are like, you're in labor. Say you're in labor. So they literally coached me through this. They went in the room with me. They told me what to say. They told me, because I didn't know what a contraction was. They said I needed to push and hold and like that it would feel like, because they did. The CO came in and felt my contractions to make sure I was having them. And like, they told me what to do. I'm crying and it was real tears. I wasn't faking that.
Yeah.
But I'm like fake having contractions. Like, I'm freaking out. They called the squad. The squad came and got me. I go to the hospital. I get to the hospital. I call my kid's dad. You need to bring something to the hospital immediately. They're going to take me back to jail. I just need something so I'm not dying when I get to jail.
Get well.
Right. So then it takes him 6 hours. It takes him forever to get there. They keep coming in to check on me. I'm so dope sick. I just keep pretending to have contractions. Like, it was just a mess. They know I'm not in labor.
Is there any, like, and I get it. I get the using while you're pregnant. Trust me, I do. But at any point in your using in those 9 months, are you sitting there like, what am I doing to my child? Like,
Yes and no. I had a disconnect. I had never been pregnant before, so like it didn't feel real until I seen him. When I first seen him, that's when everything that I did hit me. Like I was so ashamed.
Like, oh fuck, this is a human being.
I could have killed him. Like, I could have ruined. I could have did so much to him. Like, he came out perfect. He withdrawal, but he didn't have to stay. He left and went home with me. Well, to the rehab with me. But after 3 days, I used pretty much my whole pregnancy. I went to rehab.
Wow.
So I go to my thing. I go to the hospital. The hospital releases me because I'm a liability. Like, the jail said they don't want me back. They're like, she's too far along. We're not coming and getting her. So I leave the hospital. Right. I leave the hospital. My probation officer puts a warrant out for my arrest for escape. For escape. I didn't escape. They let me out.
They told
so I
you.
called my lawyer, and my lawyer said, do not turn yourself in. You need to get into a rehab now. So I call around. I get into Stepping Stones in Portsmouth. They let you have your children there. Like, literally pregnant women with children. So I call them, and I'm like calling them every single day. This is like the beginning of September. I'm calling them every single day. Like, I have to get in. Like, I'm due September 22nd. That's my due date. I have to get in. I'm about to have my baby in 3 weeks. Like, if I have my baby in town, they're taking my baby. Their CPS is taking my baby. Like, what am I going to do? So finally they called me and they said, you have a bed, be here tomorrow. Okay. September 6th. So I get there. I used that morning. I got there. I was in intake all day. So I never got to get any medicine, any Suboxone or anything. So I go to bed that night in withdrawal. I'm up all night with diarrhea. I'm so dope sick.
Oh, that's the worst.
So I go into labor.
No helper meds.
I go into labor.
You go into labor in
because
withdrawal.
I'm in withdrawal. Withdrawal sent me into labor because I'm so sick. I keep getting up to go poop, and then finally I'm like, I'm starting to get contractions. Like, these are real contractions.
You're realizing.
So the next morning I get to go to my Suboxone, my Subutex appointment finally, and I get in there and they come in. They're like, "How are you?" And I was like, "I'm not doing well. Like, it hurts back here real bad." He comes over and he's like, "You're in labor." So instead of getting medicine, I mean, they only prescribe it there, but still, they send me from there to the hospital. So I get to the hospital and I'm like, I'm so sick. Like, I'm in labor. But they said I was dilated, whatever. But I was, they wanted me to come back when my contractions were closer, pretty much. I was in labor, but my contractions weren't close enough. Come back when they are. So I'm like, what? So I go home. They let me call home to my mom and my boyfriend, whatever. Told them, like, I'm going to have this baby soon. Finally, I get my medicine. 4 p.m. the next day. I went at like 9 a.m. the day before. So 4 p.m., September 7th, I get my medicine. I like immediately went into like go mode because I had just got there the day before and was sick. I had nothing put away or anything. So I start putting away all of my stuff, my baby stuff, all of that. I go to bed that night. I wake up in the middle of the night, have to use the bathroom 100 times, and my water breaks. So then I had my son that day.
Back to the hospital.
Yep. Went back that night, 3:30 in the morning, called them. They were there 2.5 hours away. They were there within 2.5 hours. And then I had him at 9:30 in the morning.
Wow. So were you withdrawing during the birth?
No,
then?
I was on.
Because you had just on the Suboxone.
And they were giving it to me at that point. I had a prescription. So they were
okay.
giving me the Subutex there.
Okay. Do you remember what it was like when the baby came out and was sick, essentially? I don't know anything about it. Like
he had
babies
tremors.
being in withdrawal,
like
what that looks
his
like.
legs would shake and stuff. His arms would shake a little bit, and he had modeling, which is where their skin is like marbly or what. I didn't know anything about it neither. That's the thing. I was so uneducated about it that like when they were doing like the scoring and stuff, I had no idea anything. You know, like I don't know. It was crazy. And then they did the scoring for him and stuff, and he was withdrawing, but they did let him come home with me after the 3rd day. We were released, and then we went to Stepping Stones, and I completed that.
So where did he go?
He went with me.
Oh, he went with you. Stepping Stones could let you have kids. Okay.
Yeah, we would go to
So you've got a
group.
brand new child, and you're off to rehab.
Yep, and my kid's dad is 3 hours away, back in Zanesville.
And
then he had to go do his jail time, his 45 days in jail.
Oh.
So he goes and does that.
Wait, didn't he have a choice too?
He left the rehab.
Oh, he
didn't
left.
complete.
That's right. Yep.
So he goes and does jail.
Yep.
And I'm getting OWF or whatever it is from the state. You know what I mean? Like where they're giving me money, cash money on a card while I'm in
Okay.
rehab. And I'm putting that on his books, and he's using that to buy meth while he's in jail and gets stupid high out of his head and hallucinates and thinks that somebody in there is wearing a wire and telling on him, so he beats him up, and he gets put in the hole while I'm in rehab. While I'm in the hospital having our son, I have a fentanyl drip in my back, and he's putting his needle into my tube that's in my fentanyl drip and taking fentanyl out of it and taking it to the bathroom and doing it.
Jesus.
He walked to the gas station in Portsmouth and met a random man that we did not know and brought him back to my hospital room where my brand new baby was and got high with him while I'm in rehab trying to get clean so I can keep our baby. I did not get high. I did not get high the whole time he was in the hospital. I stayed clean.
Damn, he was bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, talk about not giving a fuck about anyone but yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the definition.
Yeah.
Right there. So how did rehab go with a brand new child? And
I loved it. It was like friends, you know what I mean? Like I was just hanging out with my friends all the time. Like
Yeah.
I was clean and they were clean and we were taking care of our kids and like I love babies. So I was taking care of everybody's kids. Like there was so many times that like I would have 3 babies in my room at a time. Like I love kids. So it was so much fun. And I got clean and I felt like I thought my biggest problem was the drugs. Like I literally thought if I quit getting high, if I can get over the sickness, I'll never get high again.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I just cannot get over the sickness. Like I can't get away from it long enough to quit being dope sick. So if I could quit being sick, I'll be all right. And then I realized it was me. I was the problem.
Yep. Did they how'd they go about it in there? 12-step?
Yeah, you have to have a sponsor. You have to work the steps. You have to go to meetings.
Okay.
I did that. I attempted it. The first time I really didn't. I didn't get I got a sponsor, but I didn't call them. I didn't utilize them unless they was absolutely made to.
Yeah. It's hard to do some of those suggestions early on. It really is. That phone weighs 1,000 pounds. When you're supposed to pick it up and call someone, it's hard to do.
I've never worked a program.
Really?
Yeah, I went to rehab 3 times. The last time I went into transitional living. And
So you had a couple more runs after.
Yep, I went to jail a couple of times just for the same thing, just for probation. I was on probation for that same thing and just kept reoffending.
PVs.
Yeah, just kept getting high. Like I never got another charge. It was only the stealing from Walmart, but I just kept getting high and going back to jail, city jail for a little bit.
Were you going to the same Walmart?
Yeah, when I was stealing. I was going between the 2. We had 2 of them in our town.
Okay.
So I was stealing between the 2 of them, but I only ever got charged for the one. And I had to pay restitution and I wasn't paying that, so I'd go to jail for that, fail drug test, whatever, and then I'd go to rehab. I'd go on the run for a while. It was always just a lot.
And is mom taking care of the baby at this point?
No.
No.
So I had the baby. I completed rehab, came home. I got a trailer at first. We got a trailer together. And I was going to IOP, like drug counseling, whatever, for probation.
Yeah.
I'm working night shift. So 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And then 7 a.m. going home and sleeping for an hour or 2 with my baby. And then going to IOP from 9 a.m. to noon.
Yeah.
And then going home and trying to sleep for a little bit. And then going to work at nighttime. I ended up wrecking my car, fell asleep, drove it, swerved over. But I wasn't getting high or anything at the time. I was just...
exhausted.
Yeah, I was just working. But I was just trying to do everything probation was saying and whatever. Then in IOP, I meet people that are just like me. And we start hanging out outside of IOP, and we do what we do best. We start drinking first. We're going out to clubs in Columbus and having a blast. And then we go from drinking to, I didn't do heroin again after that, but we did cocaine once. And then went back to rehab.
Number 3?
Yep, the 3rd time. At first, that was the time that he was supposed to come. This is the last time, like, we have to get clean. I had overdosed a bunch of times this time. Like, I put to that point, I never overdosed.
What years are we talking now?
2016.
So we're probably getting
like,
into the fentanyl stage.
Oh, yeah. We had went from tar to China to fentanyl.
Yep.
So we're doing fentanyl, and
Shoot.
I'm overdosing every time pretty much. I'm getting nothing, and I'm overdosing. And, like, I overdosed. I have a warrant for my arrest from probation, and I'm supposed to be reporting actually within an hour. All right, I'm supposed to report at like noon. It's 11 o'clock, and we're driving down 40. We stop at Dollar General for I think I wanted ring pops. I swear to you. He got me high, went into Dollar General, came back out, and I was dead. And people around seen me and had already called the cops. So Zach's like,
Jesus.
So my kid's dad's like smacking me and like freaking out. I come to.
Okay. Before the EMTs got there?
Yeah, but when I come to, he's already leaving. So he's driving down 40 at this point, and I'm like freaking out, like, but I don't understand what's happening. And then he throws the stuff out the window, and I'm mad as a mother. Like, why? What are you doing? Like, how are we going to get that back? And he's like, the cops are coming. Like, people seen you. And I'm like, see me what? Because I don't even know what just happened. Like, it doesn't even make sense to me.
Right.
What do you mean? So then we go to his grandparents' house. Like, they lived up in the trailer court, so we didn't go directly to their house. We went to like an empty one, and we pull up in there. I'm sitting there doing my makeup. Like I wasn't just dead 5 minutes before. The cops come, pull up behind the car. He's inside his grandma's house. I'm in the car doing my makeup. He comes up and he's like, are you okay? Da-da-da. I'm like, don't I look okay? Like, what do you mean? Like, and I'm sure I look like a mess, you know what I mean? But like, I'm fine. Like, what?
Right.
And he's like, ask for my stuff, all that. I have a warrant. And I was like, I'm going right now. Like, I don't even have to be there for another 50 minutes. Like, I'm like freaking out because like I wasn't late yet, but like I did have a warrant. But I had talked to him and told him I was coming. So I'm like freaking out. Well, at this point, I'm doing fentanyl. It was not showing up on my drug test at all.
Really?
At all. So I go to jail and I'm in there like, I'm getting out. Like, I'm going to pee clean and I'm telling all the girls this, like, I'm getting out of here. Like, I'm getting mad because he's just prolonging it. Like, he's just doing this to be a dick because I'm going to pee clean and he's going to let me out of here. He's going to feel like an idiot.
Right,
and I'm telling him this too. Like, you're going to feel like a fucking idiot. And I failed. I failed for meth and heroin and I wasn't even doing meth. I was just as shocked as he was. I said, I ain't doing meth. He said, what about that? I did not do meth. I sure didn't. I swear to you, I didn't.
But the Fetty popped his heroin.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep. And I stayed in jail. And then I was so unserious. I would write him letters every day. Dear probation officer, it's been 13 days.
Oh, you hated this motherfucker.
It's been 13 days since I've been here. You remember me? Or like he would come up and I'd be in the window he would not talk to me. I would be harassing him, writing him letters every day. So then I'm in jail my last time, okay? I'm sitting there hanging out. I keep looking at this CO like I know this lady from somewhere. So my probation officer pulls me out into the middle one day and we're talking about my case and stuff. And he was like, yeah, white hair over here. My neck snapped. She was the freaking loss prevention lady from Walmart that was clapping her hands and telling me to have fun having my baby in prison. That was the CO at the jail. And I liked her. Like we were cool. And I like snapped my neck and looked at her and I was like, I fucking knew you looked so familiar. And she's like, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
She's like, I knew you didn't remember. She's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I was like, you bitch. But then after that, I actually had a warrant and she seen me and she didn't turn me in. So I forgive her.
That's nice.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm at my mom's house and look over and see her and I was like, shit. She didn't call.
Was she driving by or something?
No, she was parked there. She was picking up. I think her daughter lived across the thing with her dad or something. Like somebody lived there and she was waiting there. And I was in the car and just looked over and seen her and just got out and went back in the house. Because she had already seen me come out. I came out of the house to get in the car to grab something. And I just went back in. I was like, fuck.
So where's the shift? Where is the, okay, I'm ready to get clean? When does that happen? How does that happen? Because you're an animal. I mean, you're a fucking animal. Everything you've described, nuts. Like, you did not give a shit.
Yeah, I was homeless while I was pregnant, living in a house with no electric, water, raccoons as big as dogs, and it was just, it was miserable. So, like, towards the end, I was done. Like, I just was done. In the beginning, it was fun. Like, I was having fun all the time. We were partying. We were hanging out with our friends. Yeah. Our friends started dying. It wasn't fun anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I was getting scared, like... So then I'm pregnant, I go to rehab, and then people in rehab start dying, and, like, it was just a lot. So after the third time, I go to transitional. I meet a girl there. We're best friends. She's from there.
Like a halfway house?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. And it's Portsmouth. And I don't know if you know anything about Portsmouth, but drugs are the worst in Portsmouth.
It's the capital.
Like, the worst.
Yeah.
She's from there. So she knows where all the drugs are.
Yep.
So we're hanging out on weekends. You get weekend passes and transitional. So I'm doing weekend passes at her sister's house. And we're drinking. And then she did Neurontin. We had actually did heroin too one weekend. We didn't fail for that. When we came back, we drank a lot of water. But she popped for Neurontin. And she got kicked out.
I didn't even know they tested for that.
Sure did. She got kicked out. So then I didn't know what she was getting kicked out for, though. Like, I knew she was in a meeting, and I knew it wasn't good because she told me. She was like, so I had a meeting that day with my counselor. I missed it because I'm like, oh, I'm getting kicked out too. You know what I mean? So I just went home and started packing immediately. And my kids were with their dad. So I just go home and start packing. And they said they kicked me out because I missed that meeting. But so me and my best friend are both kicked out in the town she's from. So I bring a bag with me, and I leave all my kids' stuff, all my stuff there. I've been in rehab for 4 months at this point, and then I've been in transitional for months. So I've been there for 5 or 6 months in Portsmouth. I have a lot of stuff. Yeah. I have the biggest room in the house because I have 2 kids. I had a lot. I take a bag with me, and she has a car, and we leave. And that whole week, we're just ripping and running and getting high. And I overdosed 4 times that week and had to be Narcan. Up until that point, I'd never been Narcan. So I didn't know what that was. I didn't know that sickness until I did. And it's so crazy because it's like I was there and then I wasn't.
Oh, Narcan
and then I was.
Throws you straight into precepts, too.
Oh, my gosh.
It makes you sicker than fuck.
Yeah, and then I'm sitting there counting down. We're looking at the time. Like, when can I do it again? Like, when can I feel better?
Yeah.
And then the last time was the last time because I had 7 days to get my stuff out of the transitional before they threw it away. Okay. So I call home. My kid's dad and his mom are coming down to get me, bringing a trailer and all that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So it's my last day, my last hurrah. Like, we got to go get stuff and get high before they get here. So we go get high. I do some, and it's good, and I feel it, but I'm not high enough. Like, I'm not getting high ever again. So I get high again. And then I wake up in my friend's car. And I can't find my glasses. Like, I need my glasses. I'm blind. So, and I'm wet. I'm soaking wet. And I'm sitting in her front seat, and I'm like, we were in somebody's house in their bedroom. No, they threw water all on me.
Oh, okay.
Cold water.
To wake you up.
Yeah. So I got high in someone's bedroom, and then I'm waking up in her car, and she's flying, and she's bawling, and her baby's in the back seat, and I'm so disoriented. I don't know what's going on. Like, I knew, like, I was high, whatever, and then I realized, like, I that was my 4th time being Narcan that week, so I was pretty used to it at this point. So I'm like, I know what's about to happen. So immediately I just start throwing up all over myself, all over everything. And she's freaking out. And she's about to take me to the hospital. And I'm like, no, like, because my kid's dad's blowing me up at this time too. Like, I'm here, where are you? So I'm like, you got to take me to the rehab. She takes me to the rehab. I have throw up all over me. I'm wet. I am sick as shit. They will not let them in the house to help me get my stuff. They're making me go upstairs and pack I left almost everything I had there. I left pictures of my dad. My dad's dead. I'll never get back. I left clothes. I left everything pretty much. I only got whatever I could get, and it wasn't a lot. But, like, I could only do so much. I was so sick. They didn't care.
There was nobody that would help you?
They wouldn't let them. They wouldn't let them come upstairs with me.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, so they made me. But at that point, the people that lived there had already picked through my stuff anyways. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I was disoriented. I just wanted to get out of there. I really didn't care. And honestly, that wasn't the last time I got high because I had something in my purse because I knew I was going to need something later. Like, I'm sick now. So when I got home that night after I was done being sick, I got high again. And that was the last time I got high.
And that was it. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What a story. Holy shit. So tell me how things have changed for you today or since you've gotten sober. I mean, what's your outlook on life now?
I would have died. If I would have continued, I would have died. And my kids mean more to me than anything. Like, they are the reason I got sober because my kid's dad's brother died. He didn't die from addiction, but he died in a car accident from drunk driving, and he was in addiction. So
it counts.
His sister died. So, like, it's serious. Like, and it was, like, hitting home. Like, a lot of people were dying, and my life's changed immensely. Like, I've gotten trust back with everybody that I ever lost it with, and I've built new, meaningful relationships. Like, the friends that I thought I had before, some of them I still am friends with. Like, people in rehab, I still do talk to people, like, them people.
Sure.
But, like, the other people, like, Most of them are dead or still getting high, and I don't have no business talking to them.
They talk about people, places, and things, and I
Mhm.
always tell people that the people portion normally
Mhm.
takes care of itself
Mhm.
because they are in jail or they're in prison or they're dead.
Right, and they don't want to come around if you're not helping them or getting
Yeah.
high. Like I didn't go around people that weren't getting high. You know what I mean? Like I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. So like my sister, if she called me, or like I wasn't going around. If you weren't giving me money or getting high with me, I wasn't hanging out with you.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
had nothing to
exactly.
hang out. Like we had nothing in common, you know?
No. And you feel like you're being just looked down on and
Mhm.
judged.
Yeah,
and
all the time. I felt like
you're
everybody
the biggest
knew.
piece of shit
Yeah.
in the entire world.
Yep.
Like,
I just felt like everybody knew all the time.
yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Give a message to our viewers who are out there that may be in a similar situation to the one you were in, that could still be struggling, suffering with addiction, even the pregnancy thing, you know.
That was my biggest thing. I really did not want to come on here and have to admit that to the world, but I did it. Like, I really did. I did it, but I changed. Like, I'm not that same person. I've had 2 kids since then, completely healthy. Like,
Yeah.
I would, and in that time, like, I just wasn't in my right mind, and it's not you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to blame it all on the drugs, but, like, drugs make you do crazy things. So, don't give up. That's a lot of suicide and mental health issues and stuff. Like, it gets better. That's the only thing. Like, there was times that I thought this was the end, like being in jail and wanting to be dead and stuff. But like, if I would have done it, I never would have had more kids. I never would have met my fiance. I never would have done the stuff that I've done.
Right. Well, thank you for coming down. Your story it's a lot. Especially for that poor kid, and it's not you, and I know it's not you. I know it's the fucking disease, and it's just another example. You're the first one to share something like that, and so it's another example of how powerful the disease is, that you can be pregnant and you're still using because you can't fucking stop. You have to be
like,
taught
I
how.
wanted
You need,
to.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
You
kept
want
going.
to, right? You want to.
I kept going to the clinic, and I kept but like I just
You're like
couldn't.
autopiloting. Like your body's on autopilot. And you're just doing it.
Mhm.
Like it's nuts. So yeah, congrats on your time sober and the life you have now. I'm glad you and your mother are both clean. That's huge. I lost my mom to an OD, so for you to have yours is definitely a blessing. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. That's it.